So today we went down to Farm Boy, which is a supermarket downtown. We went by the most direct route. I did another little video on that, the bike ride of today's date. And all the haze you see, which you won't see here, is actually smoke. I was using had to use an N95 mask today, which worked. So, we are shopping for a few things. I really didn't need much. I did toy with the idea of getting this little treat that they have here. And I wanted to check for rhubarb, which is what we did get, rhubarb. And of course, since they did have rhubarb today, at a good price too, I had to go back and get strawberries because, of course, strawberries and rhubarb are an ideal combo. Strawbarb pie. Haven't had one of those in years, although they quite officiously refer to things as strawberry rhubarb pie. It's strawbarb. Yeah, so we have strawberries. These are still imported. We haven't got to our strawberry season yet. And when we do, Farm Boy carries a lot of local produce, which is another reason why I like shopping there. And pretty much from the start of strawberry season through to the fall, we get locally grown strawberry, which are smaller and sweeter and definitely riper. Don't have these sort of rock hard ones. I was looking for tangerines actually, couldn't find any. We have this weird system. The grocery stores think that we think that things are cheaper if they show us how much it would cost us if we were paying in pounds, as opposed to the legal requirement of charging us by the kilo. So they put the legal price up on things that are individually sold, but it's in tiny print, small print. Loblaws is the worst for that. I mean, you literally need a magnifying lens to be able to see what Loblaws' legal price is. And then they advertise, then they put in big letters the price per pound. They're the only people, after 50 years of being metric, who actually think that we think that it's cheaper. Although there was some stupid study recently on that. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, if we can buy our meat in kilos, why can't we buy our potatoes in kilos? I mean, certainly potatoes. Anyway, they have lots of, you see fresh potatoes already, local. But they have a lot of things that you can't get at other supermarkets, which is what I like. And they have this little section here, which I often try and avoid, but never do. The mini cheese croissants are very good. And they are a decent size, so actually when the outside is cooked, the inside is also cooked. The other grocery stores and many of the little bakeries make these massively huge croissants, which end up being nice and crispy on the outside and literally gray raw dough on the inside. And then they charge you an arm and a leg. I mean, the little health food shop down the road from me, $3.70 for a large croissant that is cooked in the middle. I don't ever buy from there any longer. Anyway, the maple cruffies are one of my favorites. It's sort of like a muffin made with croissant dough that's then injected with lemon or vanilla or chocolate or maple or caramel pudding. It really is quite dangerous. But luckily I bike to here, so I can always rationalize that I'm biking it off. And I do like their little frozen section. They have a very small frozen food section, but it's all very good, interesting stuff. Their house brand is quite good. I got some sweet potato fries here. And I do like their, they carry the brand of jalapeno and potato pierogi, which I quite like in the winter. Chinese dumplings. Checking out the ice cream, which I always think is ridiculously expensive. And oddly, they carry Kawartha ice cream, but they don't carry Kawartha milk, which is considerably better priced than the seal test. I mean, there's $1 difference in liter between a Kawartha liter and a seal test liter, all from the same industry, all from Canadian milk cows. Why one is $3.99 and the other is $2.99 is beyond me. It's the same product. It's milk. Not like they do anything to it except pasteurize and homogenize. You see milk by percentage now. 1%, 2%, 0%, 4%, because we used to have whole milk, and it was called homo milk because it was whole homogenized milk. I don't think I have seen that in decades. It was a weird little anomaly, just like we call electricity here hydro. Did you pay your hydro this month? Yes, I paid my hydro this month. They have quail eggs. I must think of something with quail eggs. And very interesting fizzy drinks, which these are the Mexican ones. Jacintos. They're quite good. I do like a fizz. Checking to see if there's anything else. I was toying the idea of tortilla chips with the cheese and salsa, but then of course, luckily I remembered that I needed more cheese, and I do like they have a nice cheese mix here, small batch cheese they call it. So I was checking out their chip selection, and then wandered down after spying the naan crisps and thinking, $1.99 is a good price for that. Because the pita ones, basically the same thing, were $3.99. And then we have this huge selection of tortilla in all different flavors. And I was going, don't know, I have to figure out these things. But luckily, this is where I thought, oh, well, I don't have cheese, so can't do it. And I got enough to keep me occupied for a while. I can't add anything else in my freezer. I ended up getting a pink lemonade from the Jacintos, which I think is $3.99 a bottle, or is it $2.99? The Farm Boy version, which I also got, but I got the clementine juiced one, was $2.99. I was checking out the sort of exotic juices. I was out of cranberry, which seems to be in absolutely everything. But the juices, because I've taken to gelling them for like a jello-like dessert. But using pure fruit juice and then a gelling agent, usually the Knox is gelatin. Although I'd like to try something that had a bit of a softer texture to it, because Knox can be a bit rubbery at times. But I was thinking of blueberry jelly here. But I couldn't find the price. Then I found the price. It was $6.99 for that bottle. $6.99. And only $3.99 for the pear. I might get the pear sometime. And this is where I picked up the house brand of the clementine. There we go. Indian sauces. They seem to, in this country, we seem to be able to get sort of ones with no heat, like the butter chicken, or ones with so much heat it's going to strip paint, like vindaloo. There's sort of nothing in between, which is nice occasionally. I mean, sometimes you want a bit of heat, and sometimes you don't want a bit of heat, but you don't want to go for plain. to sort of raging inferno. They have a huge pret-a-manger section. I haven't been tempted. I wish somebody would make the hot and sour soup. Oh, I got some cheese curds here, which are normally ridiculously expensive, like $5.99 for a small bag, which would barely be a snack. And they were only $2.99, so I snapped up that. Weird thing about cheese curd is that they squeak when you eat them.